Hey guys, welcome back to another Daily Dose of Greatness Quest. I'm Trevor Crane, coming to you on my roof today, which I know is completely nuts, but today's topic is about what to say to go ahead and close clients, what to say to close high-paying clients, and I'm going to share with you four simple steps of what to say and what sequence to go ahead and get people to buy your stuff, especially if you want high-paying clients. I know you're going to love this show.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a Daily Dose of Greatness Quest with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He is going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool. Hey. I'm going to be recording a session today on my roof, and so I figured I'd bring you with me, and I'm going to share the 4 little secrets of what you should say to close a high-paying client. And let me see. I want to give a gift away today. If you guys want, I'm going to give you my free book. This is my first book, and it helped me 10x my income. If you want to get this book, go to trevorcrane.com/free book. And I'll send you this book for free, and it comes with some of the strategies I'm going to share with you right now. But I want to get on my roof because I think that's just completely silly and ridiculous. Hey, brother, good to see you. But go get this, to get the book, trevorcrane.com/free book. And I'm going to jump up on my roof. This is my office, by the way, because I had it just repaired. And my roofers just are finishing the job. And I haven't gotten to see the final progress. I know this won't make you sick, hopefully, because I think it's crazy and it might get somebody's attention. And I'm recording a daily podcast right now. And once a week, I want my podcast to actually be a video. So you guys are going to be making this with me live today. And why the roof? Because it's creative and crazy. And if you want to go to the top of your game, you're going to have to go ahead and climb the ladder. I don't know. Does that make any sense? All right. So why am I shooting this episode up on my roof? I know that that's totally nuts. But recently we had a hurricane come to town. And I say recently, it was probably 6-7 months ago now. And I had my roof damaged, and I had water damage in the roof of my house crash in. And then I had the roofers up here making repairs. And they did a really poor job at first. And then I called them back. Kind of got an argument for a little while, and then they're just finishing it up now, and they actually did a phenomenal job. I'm actually shooting today's podcast from the roof of my house just to be a little bit different, because I thought, who the hell ever does that? Nobody. But also just to make sure I got your attention today, because you have to pay attention to the little details. And today's script is about what to say to close deals. And I teach an event called Advanced Sales Mastery, and by the way, we have one coming up next month. That's a live event here in Tampa. I'll invite you to my house. If you'd like to come see, you can come join us in the swimming pool there, jacuzzi. You can come hang out with me and my wife for 2 days, and we're teaching this event. It's called Advanced Sales Mastery. Go to trevorcrane.com/sales, and you can learn all about that event, and you can get a ticket and a discount and a free call with my wife if you want some help with that. But at this event, we've taught it now for years, and people will typically say, what do I have to say, Trevor, to make a sale? And the question is not really what you say, it's what you should be asking. So the real secret here, I've got a little 4-step process. Write this down. It's hi, why, try, buy. Those are the 4 steps. Hi, why, try, buy. And I've now taught this to thousands of business owners. And when you implement this, if you're a salesperson or you want to help influence someone, think about the process here. This is your script. And actually, hold on. I'm going to tell you a story about where this came from. My wife and I were getting married And she went to get her a facial done. She'd never done her facial. She was getting her nails done, things like that. And she got a gift from her girlfriends to go get it done. And she went there and she was really worried about the way she was going to look on her wedding day. And so she was asking questions to the people doing her facial, saying, hey, how do I make sure I look beautiful on my wedding day? And they did a good job giving her a facial. The advice that the gal gave her was to go to Google and search for different creams and things like that. So my wife left and she was happy. And she got her nails done, her face done, her hair done, all that. But she really wasn't that happy because she had a problem and it was not solved by this company. And it was crazy because her girlfriends had given her this gift certificate and then the company did nothing to help actually solve my wife's problem. They helped her that day. And my wife was asking questions and it didn't get answered. So then my wife ended up buying a Groupon, whatever, $50, $100 thing, whatever it was, to get like another hairdo and facial and all of that. And instead, she had a completely different experience. She was asked questions during the process, and then based on what she wanted, my wife said, hey, I'm getting married, I want to make sure I look great, I want to make sure my skin is great, what do I need to do? Basically, the woman asked the questions and then made some recommendations to my wife. And what happened is my wife left that one Groupon event by spending maybe $500 on product. And she was happy. I wasn't as happy because she spent $500. But as a client, she was happy because it's not what you say to someone, it's what you ask. So the first part of this is my assistant, Amy, was going to follow up with people who download my app. And so she looks to see who is engaging and downloading my app. If you haven't gotten my app yet, text message the word Trevor, that's my first name, Trevor, to 36260. And when you start clicking on things on my app and you go sign up for a webinar or you download my book for free or whatever you do, my team, one of my teammates, right now her name is Amy, will follow up with you and she'll shoot you a text message. And she asked me today, Trevor, what should I say to try to get them to become a client? So she's going to follow up with you. If things work out, she will follow up with you and she's going to ask you some questions. But instead of trying to sell you something, it's about what you ask. So I gave her this little 4-step principle. It's something that I teach in several of my courses. So she's taken the course, but she was still asking the question because she wants to make a sale. She wants to help you. And the best way to do that is to ask questions. So the high, why, try, buy system, and I'm going to give you break that down a little bit more for you. Number one is high. So the first thing you want to do when you connect with anybody via text or a video or whatever it is, or you get a business card from somebody and you need to follow up with them in the future, is take the time to say hello. Like literally, you just need to do it. And here's the thing, we get freaked out. We don't know what to say in a different time frame. And so if you're teaching salespeople to reach out and just make sales, you also want to make sure there is a step about building rapport. You say hello. Hello, Joe. It is me. Here's where we met. This is what happened. Like I noticed, hi, my name is Amy, and I'm following up with you because you downloaded Trevor's app. That's hello. That's just creating the frame of the introduction, which I know seems really obvious, but it's often not a part of people's script or system. So it needs to be a part of yours. And I really, when I do this with my clients or when I have my own conversations with clients, I'll write this down. I will go ahead and write down hi and make sure I spent time building rapport for just a minute or two. So then the second thing I do is I'm going into why. So hi and why. Now again, this came up because my wife was at a salon and she was worried about looking great for our wedding, and the woman who was helping her asked her why she was there that day. So if people download my app and my assistant follows up with you, she's going to say, why did you download the app? Why did you sign up for the webinar? Why are you here and how can I help you? So it's not what you say to convince somebody, because what influences people... Doug, thank you very much, brother, because I'm doing this on Facebook Live right now and he just sent me a message. I will talk to you next week as well. So when you want to influence somebody, you want to find out what already influences them. And so you might as well just ask them questions to find out what they want and why they are there. Now you know what to give them. So it's hi and then why. And about 70% of my conversation is typically with somebody in the why. I just want to find out what they want and how I can help them. And then you go to try. Try is where you now make a suggestion. So think of yourself being at let's go back to the wedding. If at my wedding, we had somebody serve hors d'oeuvres, and we had all these great hors d'oeuvres. There was shrimp stuff, there was steak stuff, there was vegetarian stuff, there were cheese pops. I don't know what the hell was there. But pops, I don't know if there's a cheese pop. But we had the helpers walking around with a plate giving hors d'oeuvres. And we said, hey, would you like to try one of these? So once you discover what somebody wants and why, now you make recommendations like, hey, maybe you should check out this book. Maybe you should check out this webinar. Maybe you should check out this training. Maybe you would like to do a phone call. Maybe you would like this. And I'm not feeling judged if they say no. I just found out what they want. I assessed it by asking questions. And now I'm going, would you like to try one of these cheese puffs? And they're like, nah, I'm not into cheese puffs. Like, okay, well, we have chicken, I have something big you can get. I have something little you can get. I almost fell off the roof right there. I just would have rolled down. So it's high, it's why, it's try. And if they say, yeah, I think I might like to try this steak. I might like to try that cheese puff. I might like to try your product, service, whatever. Now you got to close the deal. And closing the deal just means moving them to the next step. Yes, that could mean collecting the money. I love collecting the money. I'd love to collect your money. I'd love to help you with something. If at all I can, you should give me your money. I'm really good at helping you turn that investment into more money. But what's most important is not to collect somebody's money because they don't want to be sold, but they do want results. So if you can just help them go to the next step, that's closing the deal. Sometimes that's just booking the next appointment. I call it BAM FAM. Book a meeting from a meeting. Book a meeting, BAM, FAM, from a meeting. Because when I'm talking to a client, I want to make sure I just move them to the next level. We schedule the next appointment. And in fact, I learned this when I was doing some network marketing. When I am having a conversation with a client, I make sure that I book the next appointment. All I got to do when I do the high, why, try, buy formula is I schedule the next step. If I have their permission to schedule it and I can put them on their calendar, then I'm being a professional. And I can even if they're like, if I don't have time, they're like, dude, follow up with me in a month. Then I will still put that on my calendar to follow up with them in a month. And then I didn't have all this follow-up that wasn't happening. So that's my training for you today. My challenge for you is to write this down. To write down the high, why, try, buy formula and to think about your own systems of influence. And I say a system because you should have a script and a system. I'm about to climb down my stairs right now, my ladder. You should have a script or a system so that when you plug a hole on your roof, that when you have a sales call with someone, you don't leave leaks. When you have a team of people who are going to, I'm now just realizing what an amazing analogy this could be. If you don't have a frickin' system, you'll have a jacked up roof. You should have seen how ugly this roof was when they first did the job. They apparently didn't have a good system of checks and balances to have their team come in and look and say, look, this is a shitty job. So if you don't have a system when you're communicating with people, it's going to be messy. The job I'm looking at right now is phenomenal. I see that they plugged all the holes, they made it look great, it's polished, it's perfect, and they have their manager is about to come climb up on the roof with me and see how I like it, because there is a process and a system. You should have one for your sales influence system as well. And if you'd like to join me tomorrow on another Daily Dose of Greatness Quest, make sure you go to greatnessquest.com, check out trevorcrane.com, go to my podcast link. You can check it out on either one of those. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow on another Daily Dose of Greatness Quest. So if you're still watching this or you're just tuning in and you're seeing this on a recording, you should not be worried about me falling off this ladder, but what you should be doing is taking some action with something that's made sense for you. Because if all you're doing is listening, you're not going to apply anything. So I love you very much. Make sure you check out my podcast. Go to trevorcrane.com and click on my podcast. I've got a daily podcast. Like I said, once a week I'm doing a video there. And I always have a daily question, a daily quote, and a daily challenge. My challenge for you today is to use what I just gave you. That's it. I can't wait to see you next week. And I'm going to get down off this roof because I don't know if you can tell, but it's hot. Not Africa hot, but it's pretty hot. Later.
To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.